It is that time.
Welcome to two. Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. And even though we're at the midway point of the season, Clark, some teams still seem to be trying to figure things out.
Well, a team's development is an individual journey. I mean, some teams hit their stride at different points in the season. The one thing you don't want to do is panic too soon or get hung up on your successes to the degree of not improving.
They get it back. George with the ball. Headed now by Barnes. And George, here we go. Up and in on the layup. George has got the first points on the scoreboard for the Thunder.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Pass to Bogut. And here is Barnes. Nowitzki with the screen on George. And that one's good, Barnes.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Westbrook. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
Now here's Curry. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Barnes outside. Offline with his three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And here's Anthony for three. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
If you get the ball that close, you kind of have to finish it.
Thunder have gotten their first three shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's George. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. Dallas making a switch here. Matthews is checked in.
Wesley Matthews.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Williams looking around. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Cousins finds Westbrook. Here's Harden. Launches it from deep. The long distance three is buried.
And Harden has the ultimate green light. I mean, it's uber green, including launching from outside of the state.
Now here's Williams. 11 points last game. Here's Nowitzki. Good work defensively by Anthony. The Thunder leading by 5. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Sabonis, he's checked in for Cousins. Collison comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Money's checked in for James Harden. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. And that one, good.
Yeah, and his ability to penetrate and finish at the rim, one of the best qualities that Williams possesses.
Here's Money. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. Oh,
taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Matthews. Off target from three-point range. Here's Money, covered by Bogut. It's George on the wing for the three. And that's collected by Bogut. Mavericks trail by 7. Right side, Williams. Barnes outside. Goes back up. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Pass to Sabonis. Back to Payne. It's George on the wing. And George with the stuff.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Thunder up by 9. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Oklahoma City?
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Barea, and the rejection by Cousins.
Cousins not one to be challenged there. Tenacious denial.
And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, great job to punch it in off the drive. Let them know you've arrived.
Mavericks trail by 13. And stolen by Cousins. And here comes the break. And finished off by Westbrook.
Boy, that time Russell Westbrook going for the spectacular with a little extra pizzazz.
Barea against Westbrook. Going inside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Anthony dishes to Harden. Back to Anthony. Fires the three. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. This summer, Clark, the salary cap was increased to $94 million. And that's up from $70 million last year.
Kevin, that's a 34% increase, which is unlike anything we've ever seen. You know, because of that, it allowed a lot of free agents to get massive contracts. You know, teams have to spend 90% of that salary cap each year, which is a windfall for the players.
Harris is checked in for the Mavericks. To end the run. Dallas again missing. Oklahoma City leading by 18. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Anthony with it. Working on Finney-Smith. Count the basket. Anthony's got 8 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's George. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
Barea. Powell kicks to Barea. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by Oklahoma City.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Westbrook has really honed his ball handling skills, so now he's able to create very well off the dribble.
Westbrook against Barea. We've got 1:18 left now here in the second. Oklahoma City leading by 22. Here's George, and then George with the jam.
Because of his incredible scoring ability, many consider George to still be a star.
The Mavericks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Matthews. Westbrook with the block.
Imposing his will defensively. A rejection like that can get in the shooter's head.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Sabonis, he's checked in for Cousins. Collison comes in for George. Money's checked in for James Harden. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Andrew Bogut checked in for the Mavericks. Barnes comes in for Devin Harris. Now here's Barea. Powell sets a screen for Barea. Lets a floater go.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
To the left wing. Back to Matthews. From outside, off the mark. Now the Thunder with it. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Money. He's covered by Matthews.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And that one drops for him. And that's now 6 points for Money.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And so it's Oklahoma City in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this.
Welcome, everyone.
They have to lock it down defensively. Giving up great shots is a great way to lose a game.
And if you're disruptive at that end, it creates trans. And let's move on and see the top vote getters in this year's All-Star race.
Right around this time, I would find out who my teammates were on the All-Star roster. Sadly, I was unable to play alongside Kenny. Sad for him, not for me.
See, that's unnecessary, Shaq. That is just unnecessary. Who's to say I want to be on your team anyway?
You called me ugly earlier. You called me ugly earlier.
I never called you that.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Curry is inside. He's covered by Westbrook. Nobody near Williams. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Williams has got 5 points so far.
And Williams, so fast on the catch and shoot, gives the team no time to react off the pass.
Anthony's shot is off. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Mavericks. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Hey, when Seth Curry sees holes in the defense, he pounces on them.
The Thunder with another miss.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Westbrook with the steal. Driving in. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And the Mavericks call time here. About halfway through the season, and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. You take a look at the Thunder. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, the Dallas Mavericks. Not really any threat right now, as their record showing a lot more losses.
You know, right now, Dallas, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
It's George on the wing. 90 seconds now into the second half. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Shot by Williams, and it's good off the back rim and in. Williams has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That would be 4 in a row for him now, as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Here's Harden. The teardrop falls in.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
On the wing, Barnes. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
And they're in the top 10 in field goal percentage. They know when to push the action and when to pull it back.
And, G.A., you mentioned it. What a season they've had from three-point range. They've got some pure shooters on this squad, and they don't hold them back. Matthews, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Deron Williams. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Finished off by Westbrook.
Westbrook has tremendous elevation for a guard. So athletic, and not only does he get high up in the air, he's strong while he's up there.
The Mavericks have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Pass to Barea. Nowitzki gets a wide open look, and the 3 off target.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And here's Anthony from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Anthony's got 11 points.
And Anthony, really one of the most confident jump shooters, an elite level scorer who gets plenty of opportunities.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Westbrook passes to Anthony. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Barea into the lane. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And here's Anthony for 3. Nowitzki with the rebound. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. And a missed layup. Harden with it. He's got 5. And he drives in. Sweet little floater. He's got 7.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back to the action in just a minute. And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Tries the spin move. Matthews, no one around him, hits it from three-point range. Matthews has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Harden now, top of the key. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Finney Smith defending. Anthony's shot is off. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Mavericks. Looking for Finney Smith, and he gets it there.
Taking no chances all the way to the 10.
And the Thunder with the possession here. The 3 from Anthony. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Out to Anthony. Fires for 3. And the Thunder another 3.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
George against Matthews. And George gets it to go.
The D must be better, or else he'll continue to hurt him down low.
That's tipped. Barea against Westbrook. Jacks up a 3. Barea, no good.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Finney Smith defending. Tries again. And Cousins with the lay-in.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Thunder.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
And so Oklahoma City again turned it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Williams against Westbrook. Here's Barnes. Trying to get open is Nowitzki. Barnes can't get it to go. Outside Anthony. Back to Westbrook. Lets the 3 fly. No good. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Paul George. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight it'll be the Oklahoma City Thunder going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers here at Quicken Loans Arena. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Kyrie Irving.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Greg, we're getting ready for some long-range shooting in this one. These are two of the top three-point percentage teams in the NBA.
And that makes them each tough to defend. The three-point shot adds a major element to your team. Spaces out the floor, opens up the paint.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
17-foot shot on the way. Uses the glass to drop it in.
Smart use of the mid-range. Make them guard every part of the court.
Westbrook against Irving. And finished off by Westbrook.
Boy, that time Russell Westbrook going for the spectacular with a little extra pizzazz.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Wade against Harden. Irving sends a screen for Wade. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
At the elbow, it's George. Anthony looking it over. Lets it go with the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Good to see Anthony knocking down that three. When he does this, the offense becomes even more potent.
Pass to Love. Wade outside. Wade missing again. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for it to start off this game. Westbrook with the bucket.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Now, here's Wade. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Nailed from three-point land.
Hey, out at the arc, Wade is a pretty selective shooter, so when he goes up, you know he's feeling it.
Outside Anthony. 18 feet out. And that one is off.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And that one drops.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Williams comes in for Kyrie Irving. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Sabonis, he's checked in for Cousins. Allison comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Money's checked in for... Oh! Man! What a finish!
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the high post. And Sabonis pulls it down. The Thunder leading by 4. Money passes to Payne. It's George on the wing. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
There's the screen. It's LeBron with the drive.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And George with the stuff.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
James against George. Now here's LeBron. He's covered closely. Pass to Wade. Off target from the wing. From deep three-point land. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Thunder out in front. They lead by 8. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Quicken Loans Arena. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Thunder.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Harden.
Go.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Williams is checked in for Cleveland.
Number 52, Mo Williams.
Here's Irving. And he drops it in from the low post. Irving's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Cleveland. Now Westbrook taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
Back to Williams. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And it's getting closer. The All-Star voting with just 7 days left. Here's how it's shaping up.
Hey, guys, I think it's fair to say things are finally coming into focus. We're getting a really good idea of who's going to make it.
And you look at Anthony. He's among the top 10 in the voting in the Western Conference. The fans rewarding him for a tremendous season so far.
And I'm sure he's grateful for that. But, Kevin, I know what he really wants is a spot in that starting lineup.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And over the last decade, we've seen the pace of play increase steadily. Clark, why are teams now looking to push the tempo?
You know, that's a good question, Kevin. I mean, we know that early offense usually is more efficient. And maybe we should ask why teams weren't doing it sooner. But I like the idea of attacking early because, again, you typically get higher quality shots that way.
Wade, he's checked in for Cleveland. Irving against Westbrook, drive, and the layup is good.
Kyrie looking to get others involved. Nice awareness there.
The Thunder leading by 9. And here's Anthony for 3. And the Thunder another 3.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
Wade surveying the D. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
And it's George missing.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
There's a minute 34 left in the first half. Here's Wade, and Wade slams it in.
And the ball handling of Wade, outstanding work, getting crafty with it and converting because of that creativity.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. A different look now for Cleveland. James checked in for Fry. And it's Williams in for Irving. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Sabonis, he's checked in for Cousins. Collison comes in for George. Money's checked in for James Harden. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Payne finds Anthony. Buries the long-range jumper. Anthony's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Last game for the Cavaliers, they picked up the W against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
A steal. Here's Money. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Every night, Kevin Love is a double-double waiting to happen. He is a hard man to contain in the paint.
A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson comes in for Richard Jefferson. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Williams. And a new group in here for the Thunder. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Sabonis. George comes in for Nick Collison. James Harden, he's checked in for Money. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Cameron Payne.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
Here's Harden. Lays it in off the breakaway. Harden's got his second basket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting?
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend, the celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memories.
It's like Vegas. What you do there stays there.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Thunder.
They're taking the traditional approach of working it inside and then going outside. That stretched out that defense.
Yeah, it's about time. Once you establish that inside game, everything away from the bucket opens up.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Poked away.
And that would have been a spectacular alley-oop. Really difficult to get the timing right on those long ones.
Puts up a three. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Anthony's got 15 points.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
LeBron against George. Love with the screen on George. The drive by LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
That's really how LeBron prefers to finish, at full speed, driving hard and dictating the pace and keeping pressure on the defense.
Here's Harden. And there it is for him. He has 6.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
George against LeBron.
Timeout.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Wade for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Anthony. And the Thunder another 3.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Wade for 3. No good on that one.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
A nice shot by George.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And another miss by Cleveland.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. Westbrook's got 10.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And it's Wade again missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Outside Anthony. Fires from deep. And Irving pulls it down. Cavaliers have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Back to Love. To halt the run. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Boy, Love is really good at getting inside the paint, establishing position, has an excellent feel for how to score around the basket.
And here's Anthony for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anthony's got 21 in the game.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Stolen by Westbrook. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Always active on the defensive end with his hands. Quick reactions made that still possible for Westbrook.
29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Wade against Harden. Looking to get it going. And then Wade slams it in.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Irving against Westbrook. Pass to Wade. Just 3 on the clock. And the rejection by Harden. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Thunder as they wrap up the third quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Quicken Loans Arena. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4.
Well, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
It's good. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Harden's shot is off.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And then Wade slams it in.
And the power of Dwayne Wade on display. Rare for a 2-guard.
And George kicks to Harden. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's George. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Good work in deep from George that time. He's far more than just a perimeter threat.
To the wing right side. Harden against Wade. Fry passes to Wade. Here is Love. And Love throws it down.
Although Love plays with a lot of finesse, I love seeing him throw it down like that, showing how he can still elevate with the best of them.
Offensive rebound. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the ref in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. James comes in for Jefferson. And Irving subbed in for Mo Williams. Tipped away. And here's Wade. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
Anthony kicks to Harden. Three-pointer. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
Nice to see Harden continue to expand his range. He is an absolute laser from outside.
Ball's knocked loose.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Thunder.
Look at their number of assists.
you know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And in the season series, they'll end up taking the upper hand with this first victory for the matchup, a 1-0 record against Cleveland.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Carmelo Anthony.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got. And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Boy, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it. He could have walked to the basket.
Outside Anthony. Fires the three. The Cavaliers pull it in. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Wade kicks to Love. From past the arc. Rebound by Anthony. And so the Thunder now can just hold on to the ball. George dishes to Cousins. Outside Westbrook. Pass to George. And here's Anthony from the connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got two guys on it, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now... Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Chicago Bulls. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeMarcus Cousins.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Both these teams, Clark, at their best on the offensive end. How does that affect this matchup?
Well, I think it tilts the scales towards the defense being the key, because you want to throw your opponent off their game, take them out of their rhythm, make them uncomfortable. So it's about what they can do on that end that matters most.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. A three-pointer, no good. Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Spurs. Here's George. Takes it inside. And George with the stuff.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Westbrook with the steal, and now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way. And the dunk by Westbrook.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Chicago with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. 5 to shoot. Lots of room. And it's Westbrook missing. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Anthony on the wing, defended by Gibson. Now the Bulls with it. 4-point game to the inside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the chart.
Scorching and torching offensively. They were able to get everything they wanted.
And here's Westbrook, following the three-pointer by Carmelo Anthony. Jordan a screen on Westbrook. Outside Butler. Jordan down low, guarded by Harden.
Tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
Outside Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Boy, that time Russell Westbrook going for the spectacular with a little extra pizzazz.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Westbrook against Westbrook. Gibson looking it over. Michael Jordan on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Like the fact that Gibson did not settle for the layup there. He took it hard and threw it down.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Sabonis, he's checked in for Cousins. Collison comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Money's checked in for James Harden. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Bobby Portis is checked in for the Bulls. Rose comes in for Jimmy Butler.
Oh, man. Punched it down with authority. That's how you get your team going.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And here's Rose outside. Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, I tell you, you got to get out on Rose from there. He's lethal from behind the arc.
Here's Money. He's covered by Westbrook. Releases. Money, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
That one drops for him.
One thing you can count on with Westbrook, he is always in attack mode. That's 24/7.
Here's Money. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And George gets it to go. George has got his second basket of the night.
One of the things that separates George from other wings is willingness to go inside and do work, to play near the goal.
Westbrook, and he elevates for the slam. Domantas Sabonis did not like that at all.
You know, Westbrook will not let an opportunity to embarrass his defender go wanting. Oh, my goodness. What a move. Whoa. Hey, now. Hey, now. Yeah.
The reverse jam. Unbelievable.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Thunder lead by 8. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
I really like how they're knifing inside.
Chinks. Mm-mm-mm.
With confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Harden kicks to Westbrook. From outside the arc, that one's in, his first shot this game.
And this is what the offense is designed to produce, slipping Harden into the corner for a three. That's money.
Portis, a screen on Westbrook. Down low. And the rejection by Cousins. The three from Anthony. Westbrook up top. From downtown. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Westbrook. Anthony's got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder. And it's Rose with the ball for the Bulls. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. And their road trip is only getting started as that's the second of 6 for them.
Really hard to say enough about how good Carter Williams is at spotting the open man. He's got excellent vision.
And I'm assuming, Blake, that maintaining those energy levels can be more difficult in the second game back-to-back.
Fatigue play a factor as this game goes on, but that's no excuse. Back-to-backs are a part of this league. You better be in good enough shape to handle it.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Chicago making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Harris. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Michael Carter Williams. There's Westbrook. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. From the wing, Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Here's George. From down in the low post, it goes. George has got 6 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on. Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Westbrook against Rose.
Oh, hey.
That tightened up handle now, Westbrook can keep the ball on the string and keep the defense at his mercy.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. To the paint. Will it go? And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Oh, he's not going to miss that.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Goes against Westbrook.
Boy, the passion Westbrook plays with is infectious. He plays hard every second he's out on the court.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
He misses the free throw. Bulls making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Good on the second free throw. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of basketball. Westbrook against Westbrook. Outside Rose. Three-pointer. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Anthony for three. It's rebounded by Portis. Bulls trail by 18. Knocks it loose. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
We talk about the two-way abilities of PG-13. There it is, all in one sequence.
To the middle. Here's Jordan. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from under that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
On the floor.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by George. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on an 18-6 run. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Harden outside. Shoots over Jordan. Rebound by Rose. Jordan outside. Launches it. And so it's Oklahoma City closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly.
Well, they're playing bully ball inside, so much so that, Shaq, I'm going to let you take it.
Oh, yeah. 1-2.
Now let's change gears and talk a little bit about all-star voting.
Man, we've talked about it so much. Hard to believe we're almost in.
And that is it for halftime, folks.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. That's like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show.
Westbrook passes to Gibson. Cousins against Jordan. From about 16. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Harden against Butler. And he gets it to go. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Some wondered if the NBA would adjust the age requirements, Greg. Ultimately, no changes were made.
And overall, it's made the league better. And maybe down the line they can revisit the topic, but as it stands, it has been a huge success for our league.
He takes it in and then slammed in by Jordan.
And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Oklahoma City leading by 19. Westbrook finds Harden. The 3 from Anthony. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Anthony's got 12 points in the game.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And it's Gibson finishing it off.
You know, when you're open on Westbrook's team, he makes sure to find you. He's a selfless distributor.
Here is Harden. He's got 7. Outside, George for 3. Oklahoma City the rebound. Here's the 3. The offensive rebound. Out to Anthony. From deep. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Tries from 10. Westbrook with the block.
Hey, the athleticism of Westbrook not only on display offensively, he can throw shots out of there too.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Chicago.
Number 5, Bobby Portis.
1:44 left here in the 3rd quarter. Jordan against Harden. Driving to the basket. A second chance effort. And no problem from Cousins as he finishes at the rim.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
The shot by Jordan, no good. 1:06 left in the 3rd quarter. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Take a look at the Bulls. They're locked in again at that 3rd spot. Not a bad place to be.
And checking out the Thunder, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Sabonis, he's checked in for Cousins. Allison comes in for Anthony. Money's checked in for James Harden. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Russell Westbrook. The Bulls with another miss.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
29 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's Money, and there's the drive.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Westbrook drives in, uses the glass to finish the layup. Westbrook's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You know, one of the things about Westbrook that has always been evident is incredible motor, especially when he's heading to the rack.
Here's Money. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession.
Huh?
In this way, true team basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Rose against Westbrook. The shake. And Rose throws it down.
You know, once he starts going downhill.
Next song. Yeah, almost shit.
Yo.
Rose is impossible to stop. He doesn't settle for simple layups. He's throwing that thing down.
WSP. Did you see my chat?
Jada, you gonna be in the house, right?
What's up?
Jada, you gonna be in the house?
What?
You don't have no appointment today, right?
I want at 3:30.
Actually, I am watching her stream while on working now.
Well,
Make sure we gonna be in the house when I
At
get back.
Jathagamurmo I am good.
I should be done by then.
Harden scanning the floor. And the jam by Harden.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
And it's Gibson finishing it off.
You got to get a body on Gibson.
Do you stream Geld or what good with her schedule?
And here's Anthony from the arc.
2 a day.
That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And those aren't the type of three-point...
At Jathagamurmo, that's great for channel.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Back to Rose.
Yes.
Pass to Portis. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that
Do
time.
you stream fun or doing profession?
3 assists now in this one.
Both.
Westbrook with it. And here's Anthony for 3. It's rebounded by Portis.
At Jathagamurmo, that's dope.
Bringing it up for Chicago. Inside, Westbrook with the block.
THX.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. Some changes for Chicago. Robin Lopez is checked in for Portis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Doug McDermott. And Michael Jordan subbed in for Derrick Rose.
Already you got 37 followers on Twitch, including me, lol, and I think you have more potential to grow.
Get called for the 5-second violation.
Yeah.
.156 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Lopez outside.
At Jathagamurmo.
Outside Gibson. Pass to Jordan. Banked in off the glass. 9 points for Jordan.
Yeah, high percentage look for Jordan. It has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
They're going to turn
THX.
Get it in bounds that time.
Bulls ball.
Fourth quarter.
BTW, do you like defense or basket?
Offensive rebound. Here's Lopez, and there's the
Both.
whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
At Jathagamurmo, that's cool.
Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him.
1:36 left to play in the final quarter. Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength.
Where you from? How's the weather there?
A better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah. And Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
They simply refused to let their opponent off the hook in either game this season. And that's why they're going to finish up the year with a 2-0 record in the season series against Chicago.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Carmelo Anthony.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Harden. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. From deep.
Don't you have a mic or what? Or you just talk less? How long you gonna keep typing, LOL? Yes, I do have a mic.
And throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock.
Lol, that's great.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Left side, George. Good on the shot.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really...
BTW, you got 37 followers on Twitch and 13 followers left to hit affiliations.
For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you,
I do. At Jthagamermoya. Okay. I think you need to customize our channel. These things matters a lot if you trying to